Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Today I want to talk about the Grand Theft Auto 6 controversy. Now, with that being said, I have to come clean. I do not like Grand Theft Auto. I am not a Grand Theft Auto fan. I'm not a Rockstar fan, to be fair. I enjoyed Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Liberty Cities. I've played these games, I've enjoyed them, they're great games. But when Grand Theft Auto 4 came out, I simply didn't buy it because all those other games, San Andreas, Liberty Cities, Grand Theft Auto 3, it all just felt like the same thing where you play as main character kills a big billionaire bad guy and you become big billionaire. And that was cool. It was fun. I enjoyed that for Grand Theft Auto 3 for sure. San Andreas was it was different. San Andreas was they added the body modifications that you could do where you could, if you eat burgers all the goddamn time, you get fat. If you work out, you become big and buff and stuff. All that was fun. But Grand Theft Auto 4 came out and I just didn't buy it. And I just haven't touched a Grand Theft Auto game since. So I haven't played GTA 5, I haven't played GTA 4, I haven't played GTA Online. And GTA 6 is one I'm also not going to play. So take my opinion with a grain of salt. But with that being said, Rockstar decided, hey, we are not going to be printing disc versions of this game. Why? Because fuck your preservation at this point. Uh it's getting to the point, it's gotten to the point where we just kept letting companies get away with taking more and more away from us and settling with, oh, but we can have this. Oh, but we can do this. No, they're actively trying to just take everything away from you at this point so that you can actually have nothing. We're in the midst of a situation where we're buying games and they're actively taking the games away from us. And at what point are we gonna fight back and say enough is enough? It's blatant just stealing at this point. Like, they're taking our money for a game that we purchase and then taking away the product that we purchased with no refund and no compensation whatsoever in any shape or form. So at what point are we gonna fight back? Are we even gonna fight back? I don't know. All I know is I have been fighting back. I have been doing my part in not letting these companies drive all my purchases. I every time I purchase a game, I try and find a way if I can get it DRM free. Usually that's through GOG. GOG even these days doesn't give everything for DRM free, but they do give a lot. And I'm gonna actively try my best to get games DRM free. I will not. If there are games that I play, that I have played, that I currently play, that are not DRM free, of course. But it's it's something that I can do to fight with my money. It's my money that I'm spending, and I deserve this product. If I pay for a product, there should be no way for a company to come in and take it back from me after they already have my money. That's like if I have several books, I have several movies, I have hundreds of anime just chilling in my bedroom. And at what point are any of these companies, any of these book publishers, any of these anime creators ever going to come into my house and take the products I have bought? Not a single chance in fucking hell. And if they try it, they're gonna meet me and my roommate. And we're not the most liberal people. um, but but anyway, that also being said, that also beside the point. Uh, they can't take away these products that I have bought. They can't take away my books, my anime, my movies that I have bought. I have purchased disc versions of everything, and even the things that I do have disc versions of, like I have the Lord of the Rings, and one of my an old anime that I bought way back in the day, This Ugly Yet Beautiful World. I ripped those and put them directly onto my hard drive, directly onto my well, uh, detachable hard drive. What was it called? External hard drive. I have copies of these rips on my external hard drive, so that not only can I watch a digital version, I can watch a high quality version of this film, of especially the Lord of the Rings, a Blu-ray version. This Ugly Beautiful World was ripped from a DVD, so it's not that high quality. But my Lord of the Rings is straight from the Blu-ray DVD, the Blu-ray disc. And you know, I have access to this at all times. And then if I mean, I have it saved on several of my external hard drives. So if one dies, I still have a copy of it, and then I'll get another one and copy it to that one. Um, we as customers just need to start doing more to fight against this kind of bullshit. The game price also being $100. What is this? Why are we letting these people, these millionaires, these billionaires even, to dictate the price of the game for the average consumer when we can't even afford rent? We're struggling to afford rent, we're struggling to afford mortgage. We can't afford fucking groceries. I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine who I frequently collab with. Um his name's Mello, but I was telling him that I used to live in Colorado. I'm from Louisiana. I lived in Louisiana all my life. I moved to Colorado for, I don't know, 6 months, almost a year, something like that. And while I was out there, I got paid $800, maybe $800 to $1,000 a week. And and this was back in like 2021, 2022, something like that. And you know, my groceries were about $250 a month, if that, and sometimes even more. It just depends on how hungry I was or what I was cooking, because I cook a lot. I am from the South. I'm from Louisiana. Of course, I can cook. But even still, I moved back here to Louisiana, and I'm making currently and $600 a week, and my groceries are still 250. What are we doing here? Like, I can't afford groceries. It's crazy. Sure, 250 a month, sometimes 3 to 400, and then the prices are just going even higher. So it's even worse than it was back in 2021, 2022. And I'm struggling. So why is my video game, I understand that video games are a luxury. It's not something I need or definitely I'm not gonna buy GTA 6, but other people will, you know. Other people want GTA 6. I'm not gonna deny them their fun. Should they have to pay $100 for a video game at the end of the day? Whenever the video game that they're even releasing is gonna be taken away from them? No. At most, it should be no more than fucking, even $60 is pushing it for me. Even $60 is pushing it for me. $69.99 is a terrible price range. $59.99, I'm much better with that. That's where I would stand on most video games. And not only that, the quality of the video games that are coming out aren't anywhere near what we had 10, 15, 20 years ago. Sure, they look better, but do they really? I mean, look at the state that Cyberpunk 2077 released in it. Is that really a great looking game when it fucking released? I still refuse to buy that game today because of the state that that game even was released in. The audacity to ask people to pay full price for an unfinished, buggy ass motherfucking game is absolutely insane. And the fact that people bought into that is crazy to me, for one. Ugh, dude, don't even get me started on this bullshit. And then, like, these games are coming out with less and less features as we move on. Back in 2010 to 2012, I think it was 2012, Skyrim came out we were there were glitches for sure, guarantee there were, but I'm able to manipulate damn near everything in that game: the cups, the plates, the buckets, the bodies of the people. I can drag and hide bodies from guards. I can fucking put a bucket on somebody's head and steal from right in front of their faces. And then if I get hit by a giant mace from a giant back in 2012, I fly 800 miles into the air. There were so many more things that we were able to do in comparison to what we can do now. We are actively losing content in our games, and we're just sitting by letting developers know that this is okay. I want this. Even though it's less content, I'm okay with this. No, I'm not okay with this. I'm definitely not okay with this. I'm paying more money today for video games and I'm getting less content. Why would I ever be okay with that? And then not only am I getting less content, the games don't even fucking work half the goddamn time because they're unfinished and unplayable bullshit. What are we doing here? Why are we even letting these companies get away with this fucking shit? We honestly just need to be fighting back. Stop buying this garbage and tell them that you want your games. Fucking fight for your right to own your video games. We need to just stop being bitches and just start voting with our wallets. People have been telling me to vote with my wallet, vote with my wallet, vote with my wallet, and every time I fucking do, and I check back in with that same son of a bitch who told me to vote with my wallet, they're buying the same bullshit that they told me not to buy and vote with my wallet. They're part of the problem. People, vote with your wallet. Do not buy a product that is gonna be a downgrade from what we've had in the past. I will gladly give up every game we have out today to go back to the way it was 2012 and before. I will sit there, I will play Final Fantasy VIII before I ever touch GTA 6. Ever. I will play Final Fantasy VIII 5 times before I ever touch GTA 6. I'll go back and play KOTOR, the original Knights of the Old Republic, even Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. That game is dog shit, and I will gladly spend my time playing that than anything that ever decides to release today. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I love y'all. Peace.